You grab the cheapest gallon in the aisle. But what if that deal is thinning out your nutrition and spoiling faster in your fridge? Today, we're exposing 7 milk brands that look like bargains but cut corners with long-haul sourcing and ultra-pasteurization.
What started as a tip from a local Walmart customer concerned about milk spoiling before the expiration date has become the most viewed story on Wayne.com.
The Indiana State Board of Animal Health is responsible for inspecting dairy farms, processing plants, and tanker trucks that haul milk.
Well, Dirk and Tara, there could be a number of reasons why milk may spoil before the expiration date, but in order to understand why that is, we first have to take a close look at what those dates mean.
Stay to the end for the 2 pasture-based brands that actually deliver real taste and nutrients. If you care about freshness, omega-3s, and what your kids are really drinking, this will change how you shop. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. You saved $1 at the shelf, so why are you dumping half a gallon down the drain by Thursday?
Still, Molly Blakeman, a spokesperson for Walmart, says the company is committed to providing quality products. A woman who told News Channel 15 she bought 3 cartons of milk from Walmart, and they all went bad well before the expiration date.
Let's start with the sales pitch. The big jug promises a low price, a long date, and a simple message: it's all the same milk, just a different label. You get the sense that volume solves everything. Huge plants. Standardized batches. A date stamp that looks weeks away. The truth is, that promise leans on processing and logistics more than it leans on freshness or flavor. But here's the kicker. That same milk is often a blend from many farms, then shipped far, then pushed through high heat treatment to survive the miles. It's designed to last the trip, not to taste like it came from a barn down the road. When milk gets pooled, any bright character from a single source is sanded down. Add long transit, and you get a product built to endure, not to shine.
And does not believe these complaints are connected. Blakeman says there's about 2 complaints for every 1,000,000 gallons of great value milk sold, generating 750,000 page views and complaints from viewers in more than a dozen different states.
Ultra-pasteurization is the engine under that hood. In plain English, it heats milk hotter and faster than standard pasteurization. That punch of heat knocks back microbes to extend shelf life. On paper, that sounds like a win. In your glass, it acts like cooking. Fresh aroma fades. The taste shifts from clean and sweet to flat and a little cooked. Body goes from round to thin. Food science backs this up. Heat-sensitive vitamins and enzymes do not love high heat. The more intense the temperature, the more those delicate parts drop.
When shopping for milk, one of the first things customers check is the date on the jug. The phrasing may vary: use by, sell by, best by, using multiple different plants across the country. She goes on to say it's very unlikely that these comments are connected. But what do those dates really mean?
We think that something is supposed to be telling us don't eat this food after that date, when that's really not what the date is telling us at all.
That same heat mutes the natural sweetness and soft texture you expect in fresh milk. It is safe, yes. But it is changed. When you pour it over cereal, the milk might wet the flakes, but it will not bring that soft dairy glow. You notice it most when you drink it plain. Now, let us talk about the cold chain. Milk leaves the plant chilly. It rides in a truck. It hits a depot. It sits. It gets loaded again. Each handoff is a chance for a little temperature creep. Back down to cold. Back up a few degrees. It's like reheating leftovers one time too many. Each cycle chips away at that just-made taste.
Research shows that contamination after processing accounts for about 50% of spoiled milk.
We have received some complaints about fluid milk products that are going to Walmarts that have been processed at the new Fort Wayne plant.
This happens when the milk is not stored at a proper temperature, allowing bacteria to grow rapidly and cause defects in milk.
By the time it hits a store fridge, the dent is baked in. Once you crack it open at home, the clock moves faster. Distribution data tells the same story. Where temperature control slips, open fridge life shortens. Retail waste reports show dairy goes south quicker when it sees heat swings. That's not a label problem. That's a handling problem.
When we see milk that's coagulating or curdling, smelling bad, tasting bad, well before the date that's stamped on the carton.
That type of spoilage typically happens after the milk leaves the processing plant. It could be a result of improper storage when the milk is transported, refrigeration problems at the stores.
My first suspicion would be that it is due to post-processing contamination.
And no, you can't fix it with your fridge set to polar vortex. Damage done upstream stays with the milk. Connect the dots. The cheapest gallon relies on ultra-pasteurization and a long ride. That combo keeps it good on paper but leaves you with off notes sooner. You taste a cooked edge by day 3. You feel a thinner mouthfeel in coffee. You start to play roulette with the sniff test even though the date says you're fine. Then you pour the last third down the sink. That's the false economy. You paid less at the shelf, but you get less that you want. Less clean taste. Less body. Less time after opening. You buy again sooner. You waste more. Your savings melt. The real kicker is how routine it becomes. You think milk just does that. It doesn't. Process and handling do that. So what is the takeaway? The lowest sticker price often signals a product built to survive routes and racks, not your palate.
And while many consumers put their faith in them, those dates are not federally regulated. It's important to note that different suppliers provide milk under the Great Value brand. In fact, they're not even required to be printed on any product except baby food.
High heat and heavy miles deliver a cooked flavor that wears out fast once you open it. You pay twice, once at the register, again when you toss what you won't drink. Now let's move on to who keeps that loop going, and the rare labels that break it with steadier cold chains and real pasture milk that holds its taste past Tuesday. Because when the supply is shorter and the heat is gentler, the glass in your hand tells the story without you reading a thing. The real bargain isn't the jug. It's the milk you actually enjoy and finish because it tastes right and holds up. If it sits, sours, or tastes cooked by midweek, that deal drains your wallet in the sink. Swap one cheap gallon for a true pasture-based option this week and compare. Taste it plain, try it in coffee, watch how it holds after opening. If this gave you something to chew on, like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets. Next, we'll show you how to read a dairy code to trace your milk's real source.